I lit this oil lamp, much as the ancients would have lit an oil lamp in the very same place. Here we are in a room, an entire dwelling from the time period of the First Temple, dating to the 8th century BCE, the time of Isaiah. This room has everything we would find in a house today. Behind me is a large bedroom suite where the people of the day would have lived. There are various bedrooms scattered throughout, and in the middle is a water trough carved from stone, a small cooking pit, and above the cooking pit, on the roof, are the burn marks from their food, from their fire, going back 2,800 years ago. We can imagine the residents in Jerusalem living in this home. When they heard the words of the king Sennacherib, who was the most powerful king in the world, the king who had marched on the Middle East and gobbled up every nation and turned it into Assyria. When he comes to Judah, we read in the book of Isaiah that he dictates the terms to the people. And Rabshakeh, who is the king's chief general, is so confident that he says to the Judeans, "I will give you 2,000 horses if you could only find riders to mount them." He says, "Why would you believe that your God and your king would save you? Have the gods and kings of the other countless nations saved them?" At which point, the courtiers of the king go to him, and they ask Rabshakeh, his attendant, "Don't speak to us in Hebrew. We don't want the people to hear. Speak to us in Aramaic." He then turns and looks at the people listening, people living in rooms like this, and says, "It is exactly to the people that I am here to speak." And he tries to coax the Jewish people out of the city. But the Bible writes that no man moved and no man made a noise, because King Hezekiah had commanded them, "Do not speak." After he leaves, the 3 attendants of the king, including Shebna the scribe, whose very stamp was found and is documented, go to the king and let him know of the warning from Assyria. The king says, "Go to Isaiah the prophet." They go to Isaiah the prophet, and the prophet tells them, "Do not fear, for I will deceive the king of Assyria into think that he's winning, and then he will go home and be killed by his sword." And in fact, history bears out that the king of Assyria did in fact go back to Babylon, to Assyria, to fight the enemy from Nubia. While he's there, he goes and he enters into his temple, where he is killed by his 2 sons. The troops who are left in Jerusalem, according to the Bible in the book of Isaiah, are smitten by the angel of God. As the entire Middle East falls in ancient history, the one kingdom to remain is the kingdom of Judah. And in fact, the Jewish people will continue living in the land of Israel for another 900 years.